Hello guys, so we will now go to another part of our friend's view controller where we will be now accepting or declining the requests of the friendships. Okay, so we will go now to our Xcode project, go to the main.storyboard, and that is our project. So that is our friend's view controller. As you see, that is the search table view controller, which is by default is hidden. That's why it's showing with a little bit opacity. Okay, so we'll search now for another view controller, for another table view controller object, not table view controller, just a table view object. Just simply drag this object and release it right over here. Do not put it inside the cell, just release it right here in the middle. Okay, so we have one more time, just drag it. Let's try better here. Inside, this is the view, which has a several view controller. Just let's replace it right here. Be careful, just make it right here, guys. Okay, we'll release this. So now our table view is inside our friend's view controller. Okay, we'll have to align this. I'll just stretch it like that, and then I will make it of the entire size of the screen. Okay, brilliant. So now we will apply the layouts, add constraints. Brilliant. What I will do next is, so how actually it works. So whenever we go to friends view controller, it's a view controller type. Inside of this view controller, we are having two table views, one for the requests and another one is for searching the users. So by default, it will be showing the request table view. When we want to search for some user and when we tap into search, we tap on the search bar, which is inside the navigation bar, then the search table view got unhidden. Okay, so since as you see, the search table view is below than the table view, so main search table view is overlaying our from request table view or friends table view, you can call it as you want. Okay, what I will do is I will just close search table view and I will move it above our just new table view because we need to work out with the user interface. Okay, excellent. So what the first thing we will do, we'll select this table view and we'll go to attributes inspector and we will create one more cell inside of this. Great. And then after, what we will do, we will select the cell itself. Immediately, we will declare the identifier, which is cell. This is, we'll write immediately the identifier. Then selection of the cell, we will select none. This means when you tap on your cell, so the cell won't get highlighted. Okay. And then the size of the cell, the height of the cell, I would like to keep, let's say 100 pixels. Okay, this is approximately like a Facebook. Okay, so this is a cell and that is our table view. What we will do then, now we'll search for the object which is image view. So that is our image view. Hold Ctrl left mouse to drag it and place it inside the cell. And the width and the height we can use, let's say 70 pixels. I'll just align it as per the safety zones on the left side, and by holding Alt I will just see what is the gap from the top and to the bottom, to the top and to the bottom. So 14, 14 and 20 pixels. Okay, brilliant. So immediately I'm going to the attributes inspector and I will assign the placeholder image, which will be user.png. Brilliant. After that, copy I will copy a full name label and I will insert it here. So what I will do is I will collapse cell, search table views, and then we'll go to the cell, then we'll open the content view, then this is the label. I click on this label, your right click won't work, so you have to click on your Mac Command C or edit copy. This is in order to keep the same brand guidelines. So then I will close our search table view, then I will go to our new table view, then cell, then we've got the content view, and we will paste it. So that is our label. Brilliant. So I will just copy paste this because it's already configured with by the attributes. I mean the font size, font style, etc. Okay, so the next step will be to add here two buttons like on the Facebook, confirm or delete, which means reject. Okay, so we'll find now the object which call UI button. So I will drag this UI button here, something similar to that one, and I will make the width 100 here. Then I will select this button. I'm going to the attributes. I'll select the font, custom font. It will be Helvetica Neue, and the style will be medium. And then we will resize the size to being, let's say, 12. And then select your button. The text color we will make here white. Then we're scrolling down. The background color we will make something like this, the blue color, something like that one. Okay, very good. If you want, we can just increase a little bit our font to the, let's say, 14. Okay, brilliant. I'll just move it up a little bit and keeping 5 pixels gap from the label. Okay, so something like that. And the title for this button, I will write confirm. I will move these objects a little bit more up to let them look centered as per the image view. Then I will copy this by holding Alt button on my Mac keyboard. I will not release Alt till I will just place it here, and then now I'll release the Alt button. Okay, I will keep the 10 pixels gap between these two buttons, and for the second button in the attributes inspector, I will change the title to, let's say, delete, like it's used in the Facebook. Okay, very good. So in this case, this button is having a little different background color. It has a different background color, and the background color, it appears white, but for us to see this difference, we can use, let's say, group table view color, and the text color we will use dark gray color, as we're using always um, for this type of unnecessary objects. Okay, or you can keep it like this, the white background, as you want, guys. Okay, so we will keep the title the same. It will be Helvetica Neue Medium, 14 pixels. And so now we will apply the constraints to the object. So for the label, I will make top. Just let me resize it till the safe zone, like here. And now we're making top, left, and right. Oops. Yeah, I didn't do it for the image view. Okay, let's start from the image view. Okay, I'll select the image. I'm making top and left, and we'll keep the same width and the same height. Excellent. Then I select the label. It will be top, left, and right. Very good. Then we're doing this for the button. So for the button, it will be top, left, and the width. We want to keep just a little larger width. Okay, and the same we're doing for the delete button. Top, left, and the width. Okay, so it will make us some suggestions that it might cause clipping. So here what we can do is we will just select, let's say, the width of the button, and in the attributes inspector we'll make it greater than or equal. And the same we're doing for the delete button. Select this constraint, and here we'll select greater than or equal. About that one, the trailing constraint is missing with might cause clipping with other views. This is something which will never happen, so you can be relaxed about this and just ignore this. So it recommends us to add here some trailing constraints, then it disappears. So which I actually do not want to do because this button is never gonna clip with the other views. Okay. So here we're done with the layout, and configuring the appearance of our table view. Now we will just create the outlet. We'll just create a dedicated class for this so we can program it. So right click and select the new file, Cocoa Touch class. It will be a subclass of UI table view cell. And here we can write something like requests or request user cell or something like this, guys. Request user cell. We click next, and here we'll just save it inside of our project. So that is the one. Okay, so I'll just move it a little bit up, and we are now coming back to our main storyboard. Okay, so select now your cell in the class inspector. Let's make a reference to our newly created class, which is request user cell. Okay, so select now the Ava image view and let's make an outlet connection. Okay, so here we are going to the request cell, and from the Ava image view, hold Ctrl left mouse, drag down, and we'll name it Ava image view. And then we have a full name label, hold Ctrl left mouse, drag it here, full name label. And then we've got the two buttons, confirm button, hold Ctrl left mouse, drag confirm button, and we have delete button, hold Ctrl left mouse, drag here, delete button. Okay, excellent. And there is one more object which we need now to install is the label. Let's say when we click confirm button in the Facebook there, then there is appearing a one label which says, let's say user rejected or user, let's say confirmed. I will just drag this label in the attributes inspector. The font I'll make Helvetica Neue medium. The size will resize it to being, let's say, 12. Or it is up to you. You can make it, if you want, you can make it 14. Okay, and the text of this will change to the dark gray. Okay, so that one we can make like, let's say, message label or request label, or up to you, message label, whatever you like, guys. We'll just make the outlet connection. So we're now going back to our request user cell. Hold Ctrl left mouse, drag it here, and we'll write message label. Okay, so now we'll install the outlet layout for this. We'll install constraints. So select this label. Let's say user rejected or user confirmed, or whatever you want you can write there. This is just only for our reference. Okay, so we will select this one and we'll make top, left, and right constraints. Very good. Now we'll make the outlet connection from this label. Hold Ctrl left mouse. Yeah, we have done it actually. Okay, so we're now going back to the request user cell, and these ones are user interface object, and this is, as you know, our first loading function, similar to the viewDidLoad for the viewController class. And that one we do not require this. Okay, so first of all, in the official Facebook app, they have the buttons are having the bordered corners. So what I will do is, first for the button which is delete button, we need here for the delete button, we need to make a border of this, like a rounded border, and then we must make these corners of this button rounded. Okay, so we'll start from the border for delete button. Let border equals to CA layer, open and close round brackets. Then we write border dot border width equals to 1.5. Then we have a border color. Border color will be equals to UI color dark gray, or let's use light gray like in the Facebook dot CG color. This is we convert to being a CG color. Then we will declare the frame of the border. Border dot frame equals to CG rectangle. Select XY with an height. X and Y will be 0, 0. The width and the height will be the width and the height of the border. So here we write delete button dot frame dot width, and the same delete button dot frame dot height for the height. Very good. And then border for the here we are creating border for delete button. Here we are assigning border to delete button, and here we'll write delete button dot layer dot add sublayer, which is a border, and then we write delete button dot corner radius dot layer dot corner radius equals 3, and then we'll write delete button dot layer dot masks to bounce equals true, and then here we will write rounded corners for confirm button. Here we are assigning border to delete button and making corners rounded. And here we will make rounded corners for the confirm button. So we'll write confirm button dot layer dot corner radius equals 3. Okay. So this is the appearance of our buttons, which we are done now successfully. So we are now coming back to our main storyboard. So since we have done with the programming, the behavior of this, not behavior, the alignment of the user interface, the last moment will be to create the Outlook connection from this table view to our friend's view controller. So call now assistant editor, and that we will head to the friend's view controller. And here we'll just hold Control left mouse click drag right here. I will do it. I will place it right after the boolean. This will be, we can use it, friends table view. Okay, great. So I will now come back to the friends view controller. What I would like us to do, so for the friends table view, we need also to load a users. So here we have created here a commonly named just a users and Avas two variables, which we will have to create one more, but for the friends table view. So in this case, I would like hold command button and left click on this and edit in all scope. So I will name it searched users. So now if you will search for all of these variables, all the users array will be changed to the searched users. So this will make our code more readable. And Avas I will change to edit all in scope. We'll just change the name. Searched users underscore Avas. This is how I'm gonna name it. If you will search now for the search users Avas, you will be able successfully to find it without any issues. So this will make our code more readable, guys. And for the limit and skip, we can do the same, because for two table views, it's going to be different limit and different skip. So this one I will use search limit. So it got changed everywhere. And the same I'm using for the skip, search skip. Edit in all scope. Search skip. Okay. And That is very good. So if you will build and run your application, it will run without any issues. It will run without any issues. And here I would like to write here part 1 searching, and this will be part 2 requests and friends. Okay, so you can build your app. It will work without any issues. Okay, guys. So we'll go further. Let's go now.